I'm just a storyteller. I'm sorry I have to follow that. I'm going to bring you right down. Anyway, but I made notes. Couldn't memorize it in time, so here we go. This is called the Crone. My partner and I, we have 3 kids, 2 daughters and a son. I shouldn't need notes for that. And as parents, we've been really concerned with their upbringing, with how to raise them, with developing their character. And because the world being what it is, it pretty much scares the hell out of us. And we want our daughters to grow up where they can be smart and be self-confident and, empowered in the world, because it's a scary world out there for them. We want our son to grow up and be smart and to be empowered and to be respectful of other people in the world, like his sisters. And so we've been trying to teach them to be these things. And there are a lot of things out there to help you teach, and movies out there to help you teach, and programs that schools have today to develop their respect and all that. But we kind of fell back on more kind of traditional things. In reading to them and teaching them without school, without any of that, we fell back on telling them stories, on fairy tales, on mythology, on, things that traditionally for centuries have been told to children, basically to teach them by scaring the hell out of them too. So they don't go into the forest and get eaten by the witch. So they don't go run off to sea and have their feet cut off, and these are all Grimm's Brothers references. But as we looked around for things to aid us in this, aside from, say, the original Grimm's Brothers or the original mythologies, things like that, we didn't find a lot of things that were both fantastically entertaining, keep these children's interests, and empowering at the same time, without them being either too simple, too Disney-fied. The Grimm's Brothers, the goriness, the scariness was taken right out of it. Or they weren't empowering enough. TV shows that are, fairy tale stories, but then they're all covered in the special effect or the gore or something like that. So what we ended up deciding to do is more or less doing our own version of fairy tales, of stories. And so the reading, I'm getting to the reading, stop happening for a moment, comes out of that. And this is a story of a woman that is meant to be both entertaining and empowering. And we'll see how it goes. It's called the Crone. Some of you may know of the Crone. In mythologies, in stories, there are triads of women, 3 women. The maiden, the mother, the crone. The young woman, the mother, the middle-aged woman, the old lady. Sometimes they're the fates, if you're Greek. Sometimes they're called the Norns, if you happen to be a Viking. Woo! There we go. Sometimes they're past, present, and future. This is the voice of the future, of the old woman. I am the crone, and this is my tale. My tale is, at this point, that I have a tale. Look around here at my hovel. You see a hovel. I see a palace. Perhaps you see a palace. Well, there then, I see a hovel. And in this hovel, there are no nurseries, no babies' toys. You see no swings, no cribs, no bottles, no stuffed bears. My teats are dry. I am no nursemaid. Instead, behold the discards of my previous industry. We shall discuss them summarily, if I should wish it. For here, all is as I wish it. In my realm, all is as I will. For my tale is my will, and my will alone. My tale begins where the other tales all end. And where do these other tales end? Happily ever after, they call it. Women bound to beds and to babies and to brawn, to be a wife and a mother and perhaps a queen such as never